Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Today we have something very exciting because only a few hours or so ago this tweet was posted to the Radio Times official Twitter page. And as you can tell by the title, Russell T Davies confirms Doctor Who spin-offs are on the way. It's time for the next stage. Now, when Russell says next stage, I presume he means in this sort of, as he's described it before, metaphorical Doctor Who empire. And he said that we're going to get consistent Doctor Who content, and I reckon one of the ways they're going to be able to achieve this consistent Doctor Who content is by putting in specials and various spin-off shows, keeping up audience hype in between seasons/series, whether you want to be British or you want to be American. Tell me what you prefer in the comments, season or series. I know technically Doctor Who classes Classic Who as seasons and new series as series, but who knows. Before we jump into the article, I do just want to mention as well, it does make me consider, are we going to get a sort of new Who, in that you've had Classic Who, then you have the revival with New Who, and I feel like this Disney Plus deal, this new Ncuti Gatwa-led era, Millie Gibson, all of these new characters, this new tenure, needs its own thing. Like, are they going to start from season 1 again? Or, I think maybe they'll just go season 1, 2, 3, 4 of each Doctor. Maybe Ncuti Gatwa will now have season 1 of the Ncuti Gatwa era. Maybe it'll have like a undertitle, like the way Doctor Who Flux did, something like that. That would just make it easier for a general audience to like jump in without having to feel the burden of watching like 12, 13, 14 seasons of old TV. But yeah, let's dive into the article. So, Russell T Davies confirms Doctor Who spin-offs, time for the next stage. The Whoniverse is on its way. Now, the Whoniverse, we saw this picture shared on Instagram the other week, which is in Bad Wolf Studios in Cardiff. You've got Ncuti Gatwa with this big Whoniverse sign. So it does truly seem like Doctor Who is properly getting this, obviously not Marvel level, but kind of Marvel-esque treatment of spin-offs and all of this. And when I say Marvel, that may sort of ring alarm bells in some people's heads, but don't worry, you've got to remember Russell is at the heart of this. The original team from 2005's Revival are at the heart of this. It's not some Disney-led thing. This is still Bad Wolf, still the BBC, making all of these decisions. Disney just give money and have a little bit of input. But yeah, don't worry about it. Russell knows what he's doing. I hope, I think. The article itself reads, new Doctor Who episodes might still be months away, but returning showrunner Russell T Davies has kept the news coming, now confirming that new spin-offs are officially on the way. Now, we've had rumours and stuff, but it's actually officially confirmed now, which is just really cool. Anyway, the article continues. It's been rumoured that, with a big new budget and backing of Disney Plus, Doctor Who could turn into a Marvel or Star Wars style universe, with spin-offs based on iconic monsters like Daleks and Cybermen. This is another big thing. The Dalek and Cyberman spin-off thing that was rumoured back in, I think, December. I have made a video on this already, so go and check that out on the channel. Also, I'm going to take this opportunity to briefly say subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Got some very exciting videos coming your way very soon. And yeah, it really helps me out a lot. Like, comment, interact in any way so that we can defeat the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, it's been rumoured, Cyberman, Dalek shows. I don't really know what they'd look like. I think they're probably in early stages of development, hence why they've slightly been leaked. We know for a fact, because of Doctor Who magazine, that Doctor Who Season 14 and the New Era's design team have worked on making a new Dalek. Now, does that mean it's actually going in the show itself? Or, I think it's quite likely, maybe this Dalek is for the spin-off, because maybe they'll give Daleks a rest for a while so that they don't feel like overplayed and boring. But I don't know, if they do it in the right way, I think it would be very interesting, because Cybermen are also some of my favourite villains, so giving them their own show, I think you could do a really creepy horror Cyberman spin-off. Like, personally, I'd love to see that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Speaking about why it's the right time for him to return to Doctor Who, Davies told GQ. So, I thought, with no criticism whatsoever towards the people who were running it at the time, because they were running it within the BBC's measures, it was time for the next stage of Doctor Who. Now, that's completely fair from Russell, and what he's saying there does make sense. Obviously, when they started all the spin-offs back in like 2006, I believe it was, the original recession hadn't happened. So back in like 2008, 2009, the banks crashed. I was too young to really know what was going on. But yeah, some big recession thing happened, and obviously the BBC lost a lot of money. Also, the Tories, the government, have been constantly chipping away at the BBC, trying to get rid of the licence fee, etc., which makes the BBC's funding very, very limited. Hence why we haven't really had spin-offs over the past decade. I mean, we did have Class in 2015, which I did enjoy at the time, but every time I've gone to rewatch it, I've just reevaluated my life choices and turned it off. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully we're going to get some more exciting Doctor Who spin-off. Russell continues, I thought the streaming platforms are ready. The spin-offs are ready. I always believed in spin-offs when I was there. I did Torchwood as a spin-off and the Sarah Jane Adventures as a spin-off. Those spin-offs declined when I left, and I can see why. And I very much left after 2008 when the money became scarce. I think that's fair enough for the public service broadcaster that this money is spent on other things. Yeah, so Russell's not being rude, or before anyone clips stuff out of context and says, oh no, Russell said that old showrunners didn't put in enough effort. That's not what Russell said. He has just made the fair enough assessment of situations were different. He could and wants to do spin-offs. Maybe Chris Chibnall didn't want to do spin-offs. Maybe Stephen Moffat didn't want to do spin-offs, which is all completely fair enough on their part. Now, he did mention there the Sarah Jane Adventures, and sadly we couldn't have a revival of that due to the sad passing of Elizabeth Sladen back in 2011, but I think what makes complete sense is to bring the Sarah Jane Adventures type show back for Disney+, especially bringing in a child audience, and have it as like the Jo Grant Adventures. Now, only yesterday, I'll put a link in the description, but we saw this Jo Grant / Jo Jones mini episode thing to like promote the new Doctor Who DVD box set, where she goes and finds a baby sea devil. It's revealed in this episode that she has Sarah Jane's Sonic lipstick.
Sonic lipstick. Just my colour. Oh. Thank you, Sarah Jane.
Which is a really nice touch. So yeah, I think they should do Jo Jones Adventures, bring back like Rani and Clyde and put them all together. You can even whack in K9, because who doesn't love K9? Like, yeah, but do that in Elizabeth Sladen's honour, something like that. You'd have to vary it up a bit so it's not exactly a carbon copy, but something like that could be really, really interesting. You could even go down the route of the companion support group, which we saw in Power of the Doctor. That'd be quite cool. Anyway, the article continues, spin-offs aren't the only thing that Davies is bringing back from his first reign as showrunner, as Doctor Who icons David Tennant, who will be playing the 14th Doctor, and Catherine Tate, Donna Noble, will be starring in 3 specials for the 60th anniversary, alongside new cast members like Yasmin Finney and Neil Patrick Harris. Afterwards, Ncuti Gatwa will take over the keys to the TARDIS, with Millie Gibson playing Ruby Sunday as his companion. The pair have most recently been spotted filming in Wales, and fans are clamouring to see what they'll bring to the show. Yeah, that does wrap up all of this lovely stuff. I mean, it's really, really exciting news, really, really cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What spin-offs would you like to see? Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.